Alright, I'm here with my neighbor, Mr. Dunn. He works at Urban Retail, right?
Urban Retail Properties, LLC.
An accountant there. You want to just
So
say, really?
yeah, Urban Retail Properties, we manage shopping centers. So at every shopping center, there's tenants in the mall, and every month we bill them rent based on the terms of their lease and collect the rent. They have to pay usually on the first of the month. The rent is due, and if they don't pay within 5 days, we'll say depending on the terms of their lease, there's clauses in the lease where we can charge them penalties and late fees, etc.
Alright. So yeah, just talking, I guess we'll focus on receivables. So do you use the direct write-off method or the allowance method?
We use the allowance method. So we'll review the financials monthly and really focus at year end to come up with our allowance for doubtful accounts for the bad debt reserve.
And then you set up the bad debt expense account and the allowance account?
Yeah, it's set up and we review it again every month, and year end it's usually audited.
Yeah.
So we'll have an allowance for doubtful accounts, and the offset would be the bad debt expense.
And then how do you estimate what your uncollectible
usually depending on the ownership of each mall, we'll have monthly accounts receivable meetings, and then we'll go over on a tenant by tenant basis who hasn't paid rent, what the status is, what are our legal options based on the terms of their lease again, and are we in negotiations with them, or have they, for example, vacated the mall, then you definitely have more of an issue. So.
All right. And then I guess finally, just because this kind of was interesting, do you sell any of your receivables for cash?
We do not. The only time that happens, when the mall itself is sold, there'll be a receivable balance, and sometimes the seller won't want to deal with it anymore, so they'll sell the receivables to the buyer at that the terms would be worked out, usually discounted somewhat, depending. They might look at the situation.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.